Well, hello, good evening, and welcome to Camilla I. And today we got a bit of a surprise review. Well, it's a review I didn't really think I'd ever be making, and that's a review of the 70 to 200 G Master Mark II Sony lens f2.8. Ooh, nice. Yes, I never thought I'd be reviewing this lens, and the reason is, on Camilla I, 70 to 200 is a reach that we don't usually go for. Normally we want at least 400 millimeters. So why on earth are we reviewing this lens this evening on Camilla I? Well, my good friends at Castle Cameras, Salisbury, let me take this lens to review. So yeah, I said, yep, definitely I'll take that lens to review. And anyway, they know me well at Castle Cameras, because they know if they give me a lens to play with, there's every chance I'll purchase it. And this one came into them absolutely mint in this box, and it was a good price. So I'll let you know at the end if we're going to purchase this actual lens or not. So let's see if I can sell myself this bad boy here. I mean, it's a tremendous lens. Here in the UK it retails new for £2,600, so switch off now. Ooh, f2.8. That's a nice aperture for wildlife photography, one of the best. Macro lens f2.8 90mm, the 400 G Master f2.8, superb f2.8. The 400mm f2.8, I don't own that one, but it's a big lens. This lens, on the other hand, is so light, so small compared to the initial offering. So yeah, a reason in itself. You can carry this around all day long. I mean, I brought the monopod today. I've got the monopod to put it on, and yeah, I'll give my arms a rest and put it on the monopod. It's supremely light. I mean, it's considerably lighter than the first model. If I can look out the specs, I'll show you how much lighter it is than the first incarnation. This is a very good lens for landscapes and things like that. People use this lens for landscapes. Absolutely amazing. But why would I purchase it as a wildlife photographer? Well, it's got the low light capability is the key factor, keeping that ISO nice and low and giving that lovely shallow depth of field. So 2.8 appeals. It's the G Master lens. It is the top of the range. The glass in this, there are 11 elements, and it is superbly constructed in a sort of magnesium plastic body. It is lovely. The lens hood just snaps into place. You can feel the quality throughout the whole lens. You have the aperture, you have the focal reach all done on an internal zoom, just like the 200 to 600 in the range. And you have the manual direct drive override on the focus ring, silky smooth, just right, absolutely superb. Focus hold buttons. We've got the autofocus manual focus button. We've got the full-time DMF button, which is the direct manual focus button. That's the override. Brilliant. Full focusing range, or we have a 3 meter to infinity range, so we can set that. We have optical stabilization, and of course we have 3 levels of optical stabilization, so we can do panning and erratic movements as well. Superb. So yeah, nano coated, of course, the front element, and Castle Cameras even supplied, can you believe this? I don't know if they know they supplied this with this lens as well, but we've got a Zeiss 77mm lens protector as well. Thanks, Castle Cameras. Some advantage to buying second hand, although this one is absolutely mint. So don't forget, your local camera supplier can often do you a great favour. So yeah. So what a lens. So what are we going to use it for, Camilla and I? Wow, it's very lightweight, it's quite versatile, so we'll use it in very low light conditions, and also we'll use it as a pseudo macro lens. We like using this type of lens as a pseudo macro lens because we've got the 90mm macro, but you don't get the reach. With the 200mm we can reach in further to the subject, and I've already got a rather nice mayfly tonight, linked to mayfly shot, and it's that sort of reach that enables you to get to your subject without disturbing it. So this is very useful in wildlife photography because we haven't got a 200mm macro lens yet from Sony, but this focuses down to, I'm guessing under a meter, very close indeed, and you get a good size image in the frame. So yeah, a good macro capability. Love the internal zoom, so no movement of the actual lens, no physical movement of the lens. You've got beautiful control over this lens. It is absolutely superb. And also the 200-70, the first generation, was specifically designed for use with the 1.4 and 2x teleconverters, whereas I wouldn't recommend a 2x teleconverter with the 100 to 400mm, for example. I would recommend a 2x converter with this, which gives you a very good 400mm f5.6. So that is superb, and that is something that's missing from, I think, all the ranges at the moment. A 400mm f5.6 is a very good entry-level wildlife lens. So if you're getting into it, this is a superb combination. This one's not cheap, £2,600 or second-hand, but if you can pick one of these up cheap and get a teleconverter with it, you could have a little bargain on your hands too. So 400mm in wildlife photography is very usable, and I've seen some very good results of people with a 400mm. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, well, really they should give me a job at Castle Cameras. Castle Cameras Salisbury. They also do a Bournemouth branch as well, so if you're in the Bournemouth area, well worth popping in and grab yourself a bargain. So yeah, I should be a salesman really. I should be selling it for them. So have I sold it to myself? Well, yeah, I think I have actually. Yeah, it was such a good price, and they threw in the free filter. Oh, I think I'm very tempted, and I think I'll have trouble getting this out of my hands. Gear acquisition syndrome, and yes, I don't really need a 70 to 200, but I'm sure I'll find a use. And if I can't find a use, tell me in the comments below what I should be using this for wildlife photography. So I thought it'd be a very good lens to take out at dusk as well, just a little walkabout. And yeah, the low light capability of this, absolutely incredible. So yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments what you use your 70-200 for. I mean, it's a lens, so I never thought I would review or own, because it's not the sort of length we normally go to. I mean, I've had badgers. I had a badger shoot where I used the 100 to 400 and the 135, but this is quite exceptional for the ability to zoom. It's such a good range, 70 to 200. So yeah, can't resist. Yeah, I'm convinced. So I must admit, if I was buying my first lens, I would still go for the 200 to 600 before I bought this one. A, because it's a lot cheaper, and B, because you get a lot more reach. and a lot more bang for your buck. So yeah, more of a beginner lens, but this is definitely an absolute beast. Yeah, where it's no good for is there's a heron at he's about 400 meters off in a tree, and yeah, the image I'm getting is not very big in the frame at all. So any real reach, you're struggling, and that's where you'd need a 2x converter. Yeah, of course, if you know your subject really well, then this is the lens for you. If you can get close, garden birds in a hide. Got a load of reed warblers around here at the moment. Got some very nice shots with the 600mm. But they're in the British Wildlife Photography Awards. But I'm hoping to get really close. I mean, I've got one shot of a reed warbler with this tonight, but it's down in the vegetation a bit too low down. So anyway, I'll see what I can get. I'll shut up now and I'll see what I can get. If I can get anything else with the 200, I'll put it after this. Awesome. Okay. Well, I must admit, I never thought I'd own this lens. Well, thanks for watching this quick lens review on Camilla I. Don't forget, if you get anything out of it, like, subscribe and follow, please. Great. Have a good one. Bye from Camilla, her new friend, and me.